Alright, what's good everybody? This is Kicks Music and Art, and we're here today with my guy.
Target locked.
Senior Chaos.
What up, though?
Some of y'all may know the name, may not, but y'all know the Kicks. So my guy here is responsible for creating what I like to call the Atlanta Olympic package. We're gonna touch into that in just a moment, but introduce yourself to the world. Let them know who you are.
What's good, man? My name is Senor Chaos. I am an artist, MC. I'm a marketer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creative. And I'm from Atlanta. And overall good dude.
Like you said, he's from Atlanta. When you get to Atlanta, you don't meet too many people who's still from Atlanta that's still here. So I had to reach out to this guy, especially when I found out what he did. So I initially met you last year at the sneaker ball. That's when I found out you actually created the Nike Uptempo, and you also did the Bo Jackson, correct?
Yeah. I helped. Wasn't solely responsible. Was part of a team effort always.
Okay.
But yeah, I worked for Nike for a particular amount of time, and was a global product line manager for Nike sportswear, basketball, and football footwear for a few years. So got a chance to work on some dope kicks, and one thing that was important to me while I was doing that job was you always remember where you come from.
Definitely.
But not only that, I feel and still feel that Atlanta is an overlooked and underappreciated market, especially when it comes to sneakers, sneaker culture, sneaker brands. So being somebody that knows this city and loves this city, when I was able to work in a position, something that could influence some dope product that would be inspired by the city and also tie into a story, I was able to do that.
Dope. And I know a couple of my friends who have the package, and to be sitting here with you is kind of like crazy because
that's the first time I've heard it as the package.
Yeah, no, it's a package. You gotta have both shoes. You got to. So it's like to be sitting here with you, an individual that has something to do with that package is super dope. And to me, if you're from the A, I personally think, even though I'm not from the A, I personally think if you're a sneaker collector, that's something you need to have. Because it represents the city. It represents the culture of the city. And to me, when I look at the shoes, it's
just fresh, man.
It is, but it's like a staple. It's like it's a must-have. It's a must-cop.
Yeah.
If you in Atlanta and you a sneakerhead and you don't have the shoes, then you messing up your collection. You gotta have those shoes. It's not too many shoes that one is dope, because both silhouettes are popular silhouettes.
Classics.
And so classic silhouettes. And so with that, most sneakerheads already got some Uptempos or some Bo Jacksons in their collection. But if you from the A and you don't have them, what you doing with your life? You know what I mean?
It's real.
And so, speaking of sneakers alone, before we continue with that, can you think about what was your first sneaker that you bought with your own money? Not your parents got you, but your very first sneaker.
To be honest, I don't think it was a sneaker. It was probably a pair of Timberland boots.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
But it was probably something simple. Probably wasn't nothing crazy. Like if I had to think, what was the first thing I bought with my own money? It was probably a pair of white Air Force Ones.
Okay. Yeah. They classic silhouette
yeah.
too.
I mean, it was probably a pair of Lows, or might have been some Hirachi trainers or something. It was definitely something that was under $150.
I feel you that.
I could tell you that.
Yeah, that's same with me. Same with me. Growing up, I got like one pair of shoe. My parents was like, "Look, we gonna get you this shoe
Yeah, well,
for the school year."
even after our parents, like when we had our own money,
Yeah, I
for me, it was just like I knew I was going to be buying a lot of them.
yeah,
So just the idea of even spending, like,
so much money.
yeah,
Same with me.
couldn't fathom it.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what's up. Cause to me, right now it's quality versus quantity. But when I got started, I wanted to have that big collection, so it was quantity. So I wasn't just like you. If I catch a sale on the kick, I'm good. I'm a copy. I'm not spending. I didn't spend over $100 for a sneaker until after 25. After I was 25 years old, honestly. Like
That's
if I
fair.
got kicks that were worth that, I either caught them on sale or I caught a deal, or my homeboy bought them and he ain't want them no more or something like that, and I bought it off him.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's tough, man, when you out as a young adult trying to pay the rent
Yeah.
and all the other bills
Yeah.
to still be able to keep up with what kicks are coming out
Yeah.
and staying fresh amongst other things.
yeah. So how do you feel about the sneaker game as it is right now in its current state? Do you feel like it's a overly saturated market? Do you feel like it's an overly hyped market? What's your thoughts and ideas?
It's everything. It's all of that. Is it oversaturated? Hell yes. And not just from product. It's oversaturated from everything, from messaging, from influencers, from collaborations, from like
Yeah,
the whole thing is
everything's a collaboration now.
the whole thing is
Yeah.
completely saturated and overly saturated. And then even the past few years, you got brands that we haven't seen in
Hell yeah.
15 years, 20 years
That's
are now
bringing
back.
kicks out. Yeah.
Now back making new shoes and back in the limelight or whatnot. So I mean the attention for sneakers is, I mean, it's as big as it's ever been. I mean, at least in our lives so far. It's all that, man. But at the same time, it's a connector. It's something that brings people together. It's a common thread. It's there's whole communities of friends and people who have met just through their love for sneakers and their love for footwear. So it's a beautiful thing about it, and that's not just within your environment, but it's globally.
Yeah, definitely.
I've met people.
I was just about to.
Yeah, I've
pass
met
this
people
there.
across overseas, different countries, sneakers and music. We have a love for the same music. We have a love for the same sneakers. Like that's a connection, and it's people you might not see but every 5-6 years. But
y'all got that.
yeah, I got that connection, and you could build. So it's a beautiful thing that sneakers is able to do that as well. So
I think that's a big positive of everything with sneaker culture right now. Connecting people and creating those connections that tend to last a lifetime, pretty much. Especially with these individuals that are not in the same country as you mentioned, or you see them sparingly, but y'all created that relationship based off some kicks or even some music, like you said. And that's the beauty of the culture. And I like the fact that we as individuals are able to push that culture and continue to grow together, because really it's starting to build that unity.
it should be.
Yeah, and we
Should
should
be.
all, I said, yeah, we should all be unified, And hopefully sneakers, music, art is a way to continue that. And
1,000%.
Yeah. To go back to my other question about the market being saturated, what silhouette or what sneaker are you tired of seeing right now?
I mean, it ain't just one. It isn't just one. I think for me right now, when a sneaker is made in so many colorways, you kind of forget even what they were. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see, at least for me, just what happens for what gets retroed in the future, like what colorways are going to come back. Because of course you can see a lot of the collab product and things maybe being reintroduced at a later time, just even how Nike reintroduced Time Sack shoe. several years later. But I'm interested to see, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what actually comes back from this era, because there's so much to kind of even cut through, and it's like, will people even remember, certain colorways?
So, take a step away from kicks. You also a very, very dope MC.
Thank you.
Very dope MC. When you putting out some new music, man? It's been a while.
Very soon.
Okay. I know you put out a track, Dead Stop.
Yeah.
Recently. So,
which not very soon.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Very, very soon. Working on a project right now.
Okay.
It's gonna be called Ultra Beast with my guy 4 Eyes.
Okay. Dope.
So it's a collaboration project between us. So we're in the process of working on that now, which is sounding amazing. If you're a lover of lyricism, real beats, real rhymes, you're gonna love what we cooking up.
Okay.
And then working on some other projects as well.
So you definitely gonna have to let us know when you gonna bring that out. We'll premiere that here when we do our music reviews. As a matter of fact, we could probably do a live listening with you.
Let's do it, man.
Go over some of your favorite tracks. Some of the word for words, cause like you said, lyricism. So I'm gonna be expecting, cause that's like a huge Nas fan. So straight lyrics. So let's break them down. We could do that too.
Absolutely.
Anything you want the people to know?
If you're in Atlanta, just in terms of some things I have going on, I have a run club out here.
Movers and Pacers.
Which is called Movers and Pacers. So if you live in the city of Atlanta, come run with us one time. Started it to just kind of encourage the running habit and get people active within the city, including myself. We live a good lifestyle, party good, we drink good, eat good. And, you gotta run good too.